the programming in Scratch that is present on page number 86. As I have already told you in our previous class, we have learned about the basic things about Scratch software. Okay, so what are costumes, how to change costumes, how to put blocks in order to create a new software. Okay, so now today we are going to create a new project. So how to code, okay, how to use block codes in a such a way that we will be able to create a new project. So in this chapter we are going to learn what are motion blocks, what are the various event blocks, and what are the control blocks and how can we use them. So before that, there is a think and discuss related thing given here. Let's start. While playing computer games, how do you usually move your screen character up and down? Write your answers in a given space. Okay, so what should you do? You have to write the answers in the given blanks area. Okay, you have to write down how you move your screen character up and down. So you can write that we can move our characters up and down by using joystick, okay, or mouse. Okay, similarly you can give that answer. So while creating games, as programmer, one has to decide the code beforehand, what action should be taken when a certain key is pressed. Okay, so there is some prefixed command. So what we are going to see in the screen must be coded beforehand. Okay, this is called an event. We have already learned about one such event in the past using when the green flag is clicked block. Let us learn more about such blocks later in this chapter. The first one is motion block. Okay, motion block. So first let us open Scratch software. We have to click on the start button, then we have to click on Scratch 3 software. Wait for 2 minutes until it opens. So this one is the Scratch software. Okay, so you have to click on the motion block area. So by clicking on motion, there are all the blocks related to motion blocks are given here. So first, in previous chapter, we created the code for shark eating the small fish. Okay, in our previous chapter, we created a code in which a shark is eating a small fish. But what if the shark was not in the same line as the fish? Would we still use move to 10 steps for forward block? In that case, for the shark to reach the fish, in such case, we use some other motion blocks. Let us learn about them. Okay. The first one is go to random position block. Let's see where it is. Go to random position block. This one. Okay. Go to random position block. This block directly takes the sprites to the specified position. It has 3 drop down options. Okay, drop down option means this area. When we click it, first one is random position, second one is mouse pointer, and if we put another sprite here, okay, then another drop down option will appear. So before putting that, we have to create the sprite. Okay, we have to create a new project where we have to put a shark and a small fish and a small fish. We have already placed a shark there. Now click on animals. We have to find where is a small fish. here. Okay, here is a shark, here is a small fish. Then we have to drag, go to random position block here. So here you can see there are 3 drop down given options. Okay, random position, mouse pointer, fish. So as it is given here on page number 87. So go to random position block. This takes the sprite to any random position. Go to mouse pointer. This takes the sprite where the mouse pointer is placed. Go to fish. This takes the sprite to where the other selected sprite is located on the stage. In this case, it shows fish as we have selected the fish sprite. To make the shark reach the fish, simply use go to fish block. Whichever direction the shark is in, it will move to the fish. Let's see it is possible or not. So we have to click on fish. Now, okay, when green flag is clicked, go to fish. Let's see, the shark is here. If we click on the green flag, the shark goes to the fish. See that. Is not it? Yes. Again, open. Now open page number 88. Glide dash seconds to random position block. This block is similar to go to random position block, except that it makes the sprite glide to the end destination in the specified number of seconds, giving an animated effect. It has the same 3 drop down options as go to random position block. For example, in the code shown in figure 7.2, the shark will move towards the fish and reach its end destination in 3 seconds. Let's see how we are going to do it. Here, motion block. Glide to let's put 5 seconds. Random position not, it is, we will put it fish. Let's see. When green flag is clicked, glide for 5 seconds to the fish. Let's see what happens. Put the shark here, click. See that. It will take 5 seconds to reach at the fish. Okay. If we put 1 second, then it will take only 1 second. Yes or no? Yes. Turn blocks. These motion block enable the sprite to turn a specified amount of degree anti-clockwise using turn dash degrees block or clockwise using turn dash degree blocks. This changes the direction of the sprite in facing. So basically it is used for changing the direction of the sprite. Here. Turn 45 degrees. The shark turn 45 degrees. Again click it. Is not it? Now, event blocks. we have learned in the previous chapter that there are 8 event blocks. When the specific event occurs, it will trigger a line of script or code. The event blocks are mostly used to make the program run on its own. So the event blocks work is to run the program of its own. Okay. There are 8 event blocks given in the Scratch software. Now we will learn when space key pressed. Okay. When space key pressed block. A code placed underneath this block is triggered when the specified key is pressed. These are mostly keys on the keyboard, such as letter A to Z, numeric keys 0 to 9, space bar, or the arrow keys. The key can be chosen using the drop-down options available with this block. The drop-down option any can be used to active this code if any key is pressed. Figure 7.5 shows how a game controller is programmed to move the character to the right using the right arrow key. Here, let's do it practically. So in the event, we have to click on the event code. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks are given. Okay. When space key is pressed, let's see where it is. Here. So here space key is given. Okay. But we can change to any one. All the English letters and numericals are given here. Numerical letters. Okay. 1 to 0 to 9 and A to Z are given along with the arrow keys and space keys. So to give a command, you can say that by clicking on the A button on the keyboard, the shark moves 10 steps. So in this case, we don't require to click on the green flag. We have to click on A button, only A button present on keyboard. Okay, by clicking the A button present on the keyboard, I can command the shark to move 10 steps forward. So this similarly in this type we can put any key. Okay, A to Z, all the arrow keys, upward arrow, downward arrow, left arrow, right arrow, space keys. Okay. Now open page number 90. When the sprite clicked block. This event block is used when we want some code to activate once a particular sprite that contains this code is clicked. This is active only when that particular sprite is visible, shown on stage for backdrops. This block is replaced by when stage clicked block. Okay, so when this sprite clicked, let's see. In events block, when this sprite clicked here, when this sprite clicked, move 10 steps, let's command for this fish. Okay, so events, when this sprite is clicked, motion, move 10 steps, looks, switch costume to fish C. or fish A. So in this case, we have to click on the sprite only. No need to click any keyboard keys or not required to click on the green flag. We have to just put the mouse pointer on the sprite and we have to just click it. So whatever command we want to put, we can give it in the command area or the coding area, and we have to just click on that thing. Okay.